Hi guys, and a warm welcome to this masterclass with me, Pierre, aka Hertz. And I will show you all about my two tracks released 2 years ago, Lush Pad and Timballe. Actually from the same release, but I thought it was interesting to see for you how I work with the tracks, what I use and everything. And we can start a little bit with my equipment right now. I work totally digital today. I have a Mac Mini M4, a new one. Extended as much as it could be, I think. But you don't need so much power these days if you buy those Mac Minis or the M4. They have enough processors to work any digital studio today. Then I have a keyboard, Native Instruments one, and I have some Genelec loudspeakers with a subwoofer Genelec as well. So there you have it. Before I go into these sessions and show you all about them, I will first just give you a very quick tutorial of how my past and where I come from if you don't know me that well. So I can only show you here my studio as I had before. I have a big one, an analog studio with over 40 keyboards and all the synthesizers you can dream of, basically. And 80 channels mixing desk and a lot of racks, synths and so I've been doing this for quite a while. This is from 1997, so it's almost 30 years ago, this studio. But I've been doing music longer than that. Here is a clip of me, 1987, when I was 15 years old, and I borrowed some equipment from friends to be able to have a little studio like this going on at home. I didn't have much money, so I had one synthesizer myself, but then I borrowed some more to have this set up for a week, and I did this track just for fun. I've been playing as a DJ since 1989, and here is me playing at a big event in Gothenburg, and I played many clubs as well over these years. So I know my vinyl quite well. That is where I come from, basically. I also competed in the DMC World Champion and ended up on the 5th place in the world and the Swedish Champ 1992. And here's another little short glimpse of my studio in 1994. Here is a glimpse from my studio back at 1996, where they had on the television, basically, where they interviewed me and I showed you around my studio for them. So how I worked and how I did it. And I also got nominated a couple of times from different awards in Sweden as Best Remix and Best Producer. So here is a few just glimpses of that, basically, broadcasted on Swedish television. But fast forwarding to 2004, where I played as Hertz for the first time. I've been then playing as a DJ for 15 years, but actually did my first set ever as Hertz. And the Hertz name came up 2001, and every time I've done any techno since, I call myself Hertz in all productions. Here is at Dance Valley 2004. Here is Awakenings 2007 in Rotterdam, and you also have me in the famous arena Gasholder or whatever it's called. I'm not sure about the name, but you probably know the place quite well, where they used to have all these Awakening shows. So I headlined that together with Adam Beyer and Ben Sims, so it was a big pleasure to be a part of that. Yeah, so that's basically me. I've been doing this for quite a while, and since 2002 I've been running my label Sway, and I promise t-shirt is coming very soon for all of you guys if you want to have some. You can of course see all of this on my site, Pierreified, that you find on YouTube, that you are looking at right now. So from that over to these sessions. I work in Logic, So that's my go-to. I was working in Cubase from 1989 up to 2010. So I had Cubase on this Mac computer where they only have a 9-inch screen, black and white. But today I'm all on Logic. And I thought it was a good move to go there when Apple bought Logic. And basically I think I bought Logic for, what could it be, like 130 euros or something, and got free updates for 15 years now. So yeah, a good move if you ask me. Let's talk about this track, Lush Pad, which was the first one in this tutorial. It started out with one simple note. Listen to the sound. That's all I had. And I had an idea that I can do something with it. So this was kind of the start of this track. Just heard this sound, thought it sounded nice. And I started to work with it. So let's open Logic and see what I've done with it. So here is the session. I will show you everything, so you don't need to look very carefully right now. We go through it all. And we start with this sound, the synth sound. So the first thing I did was to do a little melody of it, like repeating stuff with it. So if you listen here, we can just put a metronome on so you can hear what I've done. Like this. So that was basically the start of the track. I thought I will do some sort of rhythmic things with it. Then I added another layer underneath. Let's see if I can make this totally dry. Yeah, here we go. So this came out. So, and we can put the top kick if you have an easier time to listen to it. And yeah, let's bring on the plugins and see what is happening then. First, I want to have a reverb on it. So we start to add that one. I just remove the second layer first. And in this one is Raum from Native Instruments. Pretty good for very lushy, big sounds, I think. You can see the mix here is 25%. So it's just doing a bit, but make it sound better. Next plugin with it is the Shaper Box. And this is a sidechain plugin, which is excellent. We put that on. And it kind of creates the groove for it. The good thing about this sidechain Shaper Box is that you can compress certain frequencies on its own. So here is the mid, not the mid, it says mid here, but it goes from 0 hertz up to 1.4, like 1400 hertz. And above it is another compressor going from 1400 hertz up to 20,000 or whatever it is. That's the thing. And you can see here that I have a mix knob. So this lower part is going full, but this higher part, I mixed it a bit. So it's not like cutting off everything. I can maybe just push this up and down and you can hear what I've done. Everything disappears. So then you can, if I go, then it's nothing. Then you get a little extra, like a groove thing with it. So that's the compressor with it. Setting that to a bus. Yeah, it's going This is not in use. Sending this channel to a bus. And let's look at the bus and what we have there. The bus number 1 it is. Okay, so here is a couple of things I've done with it. So I just play and talk at the same time, so you can hear when I'm putting one plugin into this. First, there's an EQ. No bass, but extra boost on the highs. And you can see the values here. +8 on 3200. Then I put my favorite plugin. I've been using this a lot. I love it. It's a multi-band compressor that just brings everything together basically. It sounds brilliant. And you can see I boosted the highs and the mid, so that's why it's coming through a lot more. Then a one knob filter that does this filter thing. And then another shaper box. Yeah, what I try to do here is to get that kind of French compression vibe from the early 90s, that you get this really pumping effect. And I couldn't hear it at first, but when I turn it on and off, now I can hear immediately that it is doing its thing, basically. I can play it once more for you here. So it's an extra ducking exactly on the right spot. And then it's simply a limiter. And it's not clipping so much, rather than just, it's clipping at a certain time here, but it's basically just to boost the volume a bit on this sound. So that's part of the lead thing. Then we can go into the second lead thing here. This other sound. And we put this. Let me see what this is no volume on it now. It's coming in here slowly. Yeah, here we go. See the volume coming up here. Here is the volume curve. And let's look at the second layer. It's a replica. It's a short delay. I think it's called slapback when you have very short time. So let's play that alone. But then you put and yeah, so there is basically the lead thing, but there's an extra cool thing that I've added on top to get this really, really nice and warm vibe about the whole lead sound. And that is something I use with this reverb thing. Let me see if I can just like redo it here for you so you can see exactly how I did it. If I solo the first track and I put this Raum effect up, then you can just freeze the reverb anytime. Let me put this on 100%. Not sure why it's not working like I would like it, but when you press freeze, you have a reverb that goes on forever. So if you have like dung, then you can go dung, and you just have the sound ringing like forever. And this is exactly what I've done and recorded that. And then I got this. So this is me playing this sound once. And you just press this button, then you get this. And it's such a beautiful, 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 amazing vibe. And then you can see here a little volume thing going on. I also added a filter to that one. And this is how I programmed it. Let me see what we used. Yeah, this is actually an old Akai filter from the sampler. Maybe a lot of people know the S1000, and this is a filter from the S950. Don't know if it's any particular like special filter, but it's I'm using it sometimes. I use different things, maybe not so like planned. I just get a feeling of what I want to use and why, and yeah, maybe I bought this one recently, and then I just try to add it. So this is doing this thing. Then it builds up in the filter. Also added an EQ. And this dip here is probably is a bit of, you can hear that the bass disappeared, but this is a kind of part of the ringing thing. Just makes it a bit softer so you don't like getting headache in your ears when you hear it. And the good thing is when you put all these tracks together, then you have like the full kind of vibe. So let's play these soloed with the kick so you can like feel the rhythm of it. And then we start to build up this other. And I turn down this in volume. So we get a more punchy vibe. And more energetic. And then we can start to bring I can play a bit more when we have everything together, but now you know how the chords and the whole kind of melody and the vibe was created with this track. So let's talk about the other sounds. We have a kick, and Matthias Fredell, very nice guy that's been helpful when it comes to mastering. You probably know him doing a lot of things together with Alexander Johansson, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken now, from the top of my head. But Matthias Fredell has been around for ages, and he is doing a lot of mastering for other people. And he did a kick pack with kicks. So he sent that over to me, and I used one of the kicks from him. Let's see what I've done with this one. So start with the kick clear. Add the EQ. It's no EQ there. It's just plain. So it was probably something I wanted to try. But here's what I did with it. Here you can see I used the same shaper box again, the same plugin as we talked about before. And this is the volume. So this is one kick every, like, see, kick, 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 kick. And I have full volume on the first attack. Then I put it down in volume to get less of the booming thing in this kick. And then I only used 40% of the mix. So if I turn this up 100%, you can hear exactly what I've done. Oops, now this kick disappeared. Instead of having this, was it 60%, I believe, or 40%? Maybe you can press undo. 40%, okay. So that's the first kick. Then I thought it was a bit like dull, so I wanted to have like a top kick on it that makes it go. Then you have the attack on there as well. Maybe it sounds a bit crazy here, but you will hear when it's all together. Going into bass, we have a bass part here. And it's also side chained a bit. Let's play the bass. So it goes like this. And you put the kick. And you had the groove. Next bass part is something else to just fill out some frequencies here that I thought was missing. If I'm not mistaken, this size kind of rubbish by itself. So let's just take away the EQ. Yeah, just a big mess, but it's like an engine thing going on. So that's the bass part. And yeah, we can just play this together now so you can have a better feeling of the vibe. Then I used to always do like a special channel with all the like filter things. So as you can see here, this channel 12 is going into the bus number 3. So let's see what the bus number 3 is doing. And it's doing a cutoff filter. So let's solo this bus. Sorry, couldn't do that. So I think we need to remove all these solo things to, yeah. So if I take away this is just like a, cutoff thing. So when it goes into break, you just put these basic channels into a separate bus channel. And so this channel is this one. This channel is this one, and they all going into the bus 3, as you can see over here. And this one also to bus number 3, and this is bus number 3. So a waves plugin, and why I use this one in particular is that I think it's sounding a bit midish. So you get that like, the Pioneer 600, the old one, the mid thing, when you want to crank that up. Yeah, it's just perfect for that. So you get some mid vibe going at the same time.